What's poppin'? This Kairos. Got a cool little vid I wanted to make. Some little thoughts that was rambling through my mind as I woke as I woke today. So I want to talk about pilots and leaders. And the main drift that I wanted to be surrounding was that we are in the time to where leadership is one of the best traits to have as just a human entity. Because this is a time of leaders. Leaders not necessarily lacking, but there being a lack of leadership. And then on that same tip, you don't got no pilots out here neither. And that's kind of something I wanted to jump into because I know surrounding these last, the moon looks so dope up right now, but surrounding these last few years, through like 2018 or really 2016 to like 2025, I said 25, 24, where we at now, there hasn't been, there was a lot of whole communionship going on with, talks of the soul tribes, just that little big outburst of everything revolving around spirituality, to where you had tarot going. You got astronomers out here, you got astrologers, what they call them, I was gonna say a Reiki priest, but no, just practitioners in a whole lot of different spiritual fields of life started to bloom and blossom. But during that bloom and whatnot, we didn't really get any leaders out of the crop, to where there's a lot of dope stuff going on in the world, and there's a lot of dope stuff going on in life, but it's like, how do I get there? A lot of people don't have any guidance. There's a lot of angels and whatnot around, people looking from their own perspective, but you have a lack of guidance there, to where people don't have discipline, laws, orders, just different manners of restrictions that they are currently living with. So you gotta keep this in your little notepad, in your little mental notepad, that when you're dealing with others, especially out here in this material realm, you're gonna find people that like to be lost, and the motherfuckers that like to be confused, people that like to be led astray, so to say, or that like to lead others astray. They like to live in that place of confusion. So where it's like, as a human species and race, we've been going through evolution. Our motherfuckers have really been evolving out here in a whole bunch of different terms and likenesses, in a whole bunch of different ways and likenesses. I said terms, but just different time periods, different conceptions that we have been living through and growing in our own bodies, minds, and likenesses. But like I was saying, we ain't got no leadership to help ordain ourselves in the aspects of life that we aren't that privy to. To where, bro, I just want to vent a little bit before I get up to the story. There are so many, let me pass, thank you. There are so many narcissistic, fake ass gurus that live on the interwebs and feast on motherfuckers like they spiders, and motherfuckers just little gnats flying in their web and shit, and they be eating people up. And these beings are fucking up what spirituality is, to where it's like it's another wave of spirit coming in, right? But it's like nowadays, motherfuckers ain't got like that group up point no more. I said group up point, or that post up spot. Motherfuckers ain't got a home or a house to really go to anymore. And I just wanted to make a little video about that, just talking about some of those cadences and whatnot that we deal with in life, based upon the preset that we don't got no leaders, we don't got no pilots like that. There's a few of them, but most of these beings are following others. And you know what I'm saying? Like being a lesser of someone else. So the whole time you're trying to tap in with somebody, you're really tapping into a greater overall frequency. And it's just another little hula hoop you got to get past, another little hoop you got to go through, another trial and tribulation, just because you're trying to tap in and be good kinsmanship. You're trying to be a good person. And that shit really don't be working out like that. But that's all I really wanted to jump into a little bit. That's a quick little video over such things. So where it's like, that's like something I'm still trying to build in a way, not necessarily just pilots and leaders, but, like different types of investigators. A whole bunch of different spiritual detectives. May just change my name to spiritual detectory or something, I don't know. For real. But yeah, that's it. Stay focused, stay keen, stay aware. Do not get lost in this dribble drabble and all these towers of Babylon motherfuckers be making. And the whole time they ain't really catching no main point or going to a main drift, It's all these spirits and bodies that want to see us all lost and confused for their own personal gain. And I don't like coming out here and talking like a police officer or justice itself. But it be necessary sometimes to where it's like you can't let all that badness and evil prosper, because when you do, it'll take over your cities and lands, and then the shit you had that was fertile starts becoming bad crop. You start getting fucked up fruits and shit because you start letting shit get into your dirt when your dirt was good dirt, if you catch the drift of what I'm saying. So, yeah, man, just making sure I cover all points. That's it for real. So, I'll be dropping more videos. I got a video I'm finna make talking about Zeus versus Poseidon and that whole little allegory. Even talking about the movies and some of the books created over such things. Be jumping into that. But, yeah, talking about aliens and shit. All the different, a whole lot of different species and races that's been catching my attention lately. Some intriguing ass shit going on in those fields of life. Talk about the Vril a little bit, the reptilians, what's going on underground, what's going on beneath our feet. Come out here like the weatherman and shit. You hear me? Giving some news to the people. You hear me? So yeah, I got some shit coming. Oh shit, I take it this way. I got some little cool shit coming, man. But yeah, like I say, my last time in being long-winded. Don't get lost in these fake-ass pilots and leaders who just want to, take you on a crash journey. Something that don't work out, goddamn me. Some shit that you really need to leave alone. There's a whole lot of treachery going on in the world. And, in like the occultic field of life, just talking about secret societies and shit like that. It's a time within this age period that is extremely vital to the growth of mankind. So it's a whole lot of shit happening just behind closed doors. It's not a whole lot being portrayed up on the stage and shit like that. But it's been real silent and quiet in terms of just knowledge. And people speaking in high degrees. Motherfuckers ain't even talking about shit no more nowadays. Like at all. Like if you just peep like motherfuckers vibes like on the masses of entities, people just trying to go to work. Like that's all. Motherfuckers trying to go to work, go home, have some sex or something. Other than that, like, people done gave up on the whole thought process part of life. That's how deep they done got with this trickery and these mental little magic squares they be having people in. You know, to where it's like conversations are now baseless. You know what I'm saying? You got like some good little community going on, but motherfuckers ain't talking about anything no more. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like motherfuckers ain't speaking over nothing political because it's all dumbfounded. As soon as you get to jumping in them type of conversations, you feel stupid and retarded because what you do in your own personal space, your real business, what you really have going on, you know that all that shit is some nonsense. It's a whole bunch of debauchery to set you up in some type of trap. So you'd have that going on in the political field. And you know, that's damn near everything that's going on with life, just talking about politicals. It's how you please and pleasure yourself throughout existence consistently. You know, the different things that is giving you fruits and whatnot in life. That's what politics always focused upon in some way. Like the little tick part of yourself as you moving through time, what you gonna be like polling in on. So it ain't too much going on with politics or nothing like that. You know, and everything else with life is at like a standstill. So where you'll go outside and you can experience and embrace your journey, but it's like now we is really on a journey. So where it's like, bro, everything is changing. Like, even like how much we care about like just celebrical, I don't know if that's the right word for it, but celebrity type of drama and nonsense, all that good type of shit. Man, that shit is baseless. Not just baseless, but it don't really got no foundation to stand upon no more because people don't care about celebrities and shit how they used to, you know. And nowadays, how I would take your modern day celebrity is like a tarot reader or something. You know, it's like a spiritualist or some shit like that. Because there be shit going on, and this is it before I start jumping off topic. They be shit going on like fake viewerships. They be faking the view counts. They've been doing that type of stuff for hellas just to make you have a certain sense of a psyche that they want you to have. So you'll be watching something and it may not be that many viewers or subscribers for real, but that's how they portray it. You know, and it's like we got a mass knowingness of that type of shit. To where spirits and bodies is done trying to be famous and shit nowadays. So it's like that whole working field of life is different. And people's energy and the little oomph they got. Now it's a real clear, definitive edge between like who's who. You know, and that spirits and bodies, we all have come out here and claimed our space in different ways. So now you can see like the faces of people for their actualities rather than you getting lost into an illusion of another. As soon as you get to conversating with people, it's like I see who you is. You know, like a spirit and body like me, I don't even gotta talk to you for real. For you to know my little earthy, I be to myself in my own little, you know what I'm saying? I be in my own little vibe and field of energy that comes off immediately, like the sun glowing or something. And it's like that for all spirits and bodies to where we speak and a greater magnitude of light nowadays to where you can't just hide behind your flesh all the time. Whatever like makes you happy and shit like that is shown in reality more of, just based on a lot of like transits and shit we've been through. It's exposing your truth, removing you from the dirt and cleansing thyself to where you're getting more attuned to the spirit. But you gotta know, people got, what's two cardinal birds right here? But people got different spirits out here, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just because you a spirit don't mean you on the same totem pole or the same vibe, frequency of life. You know, it's a whole lot of different spiritual shit that be going on. But yeah, I got a whole lot of little juicy, good information I'm gonna be tapping into. That's it for real. Don't get lost into the piloting. Don't get lost into these false leaderships. You know, stay yourself and stay strong out here. Cause I know motherfuckers will try to make it seem like, you know, everything all gravy, but for real, life is still very crazy. Very, very, very crazy. And it's just that the crazies are now starting to admit themselves in the hospitals and shit like that. And the motherfuckers I was saying the whole time is You starting to come out and look like who you are. People know that from you, just based upon the history and life you've lived on some real Star Wars to cool type of activity. Anyway, that's it, Rosen.